Materials for your salt dough leaf bowls will be leaves, a half a cup of water, half a cup of salt, 1 cup of flour, 1 oven-safe glass bowl, and paints and paintbrushes. The first thing I'm going to collect is our leaves for our salt dough leaf bowls. You can go and collect a rather large leaf so that you can mold it over the bowl to create your own. The leaf that I spotted right here, I'm just going to try and pinch it off of the plant. I'm not sure which plant this is, but this leaf looked like the perfect size to create a bowl. Underneath here, we see that the leaf has tiny veins that will show up when we're creating our leaf bowls. And then you can go and find the biggest leaf that you can find for your leaf bowl. And now that we've collected our leaves, we can get started on creating the dough for our leaf bowls. I have half a cup of salt, I have my flour here, and I've got my half a cup of water. But before I add it all into the bowl, I'm just going to grab a wooden spoon to help me stir it all together. First, I'm going to add the half a cup of salt to the bowl. And then I'm going to use a measuring cup and measure out 1 cup of flour. And that's going to go right into the bowl. And next, we're going to add our half a cup of water and pour all of it in there. Then we're just going to take our wooden spoon and mix it all together to create our salt dough. After mixing with your spoon for a bit and it becomes a shaggy, clumpy dough like this, then it's ready to be placed on the surface of your workstation, and you can begin kneading your dough with your hands. I'm using my hands to manipulate and squeeze the dough together, and then I begin pressing down with the palm of my hand to begin flattening it, and then we bring out the rolling pin to make it even flatter. We want to roll out our dough so that it's about 1/4 of an inch thick. Then once our dough is the thickness that we need, it's time to gently place your leaf on top of your dough. I'm going to use my rolling pin just to help me flatten the whole leaf out without breaking the leaf. It is very fragile, so I want to be very careful with it. I have placed my dough onto a cutting board since I'm using a sharper knife to cut out my leaf bowl, but a butter knife would also work. After carefully tracing out my leaf, I peeled away the rest of the salt dough. We're going to use that for our other leaves. And I flattened out my leaf a little bit more because the center was a little thicker. So I'm going to take my rolling pin and just flatten it out a little bit more. I'm using the rolling pin to gently but firmly push the dough outwards so that it flattens it out and we're not wrinkling the leaf with the dough. Then I'm going to trace around this leaf one more time, very carefully with my knife. After our leaf has been traced, I'm going to bring out my glass bowl, my oven-safe glass bowl. Next, it's time to carefully peel back your leaf from your salt dough. Slowly, just to make sure that your leaf doesn't rip, because I'm going to be reusing my leaf. I want to keep it as intact as possible. And if you look really close, you can see the veins that the leaf has left behind. After the leaf is peeled back, I'm going to carefully pick up my dough I'm going to take the top side of the dough and flip it over so that the side the leaf was on is touching the glass. You can adjust the dough however you like on top of your bowl. And I'm going to leave space for other salt dough bowls that I'm going to make using the rest of the dough that we have. We are going to bake our salt dough bowls at 250 degrees for 2 hours. After our 2 hours was up, I let them cool on the bowl for about 15 minutes before gently taking them off. After they've been cooled, you can take some acrylic paint and you can go ahead and design your salt dough leaf bowl any way you want to. You can mix your paints together or you can keep them separate and dot your design onto your leaf bowl. However you choose to design your salt dough leaf bowl, I'm sure it'll look amazing. And if you can see the veins from your leaf more clearly in your salt dough bowl, you can use some paint or even a marker and trace through those veins so you can see them more clearly. I hope you enjoy this activity and thanks for watching everyone. Bamapi.